Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am very excited to do. It's going to be a little bit a different format of video or of a vlog slash sit down chit-chatty about our vacation getaway recently for Valentine's Day. If you've been to my channel before, you know I would usually sit down, do my makeup and show you what makeup I took with me on the trip and then tell you about the trip while showing you footage, like photos and videos that I took while we were traveling. I had so many photos and videos taken that sitting down and doing my makeup just purely did not make any sense. So I thought I would just focus on telling you about the place, about the resort and the experiences, nitty-gritty details, and telling you if it's worth going there, if we enjoyed ourselves there. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Eve and I love all things beauty here on my channel. I primarily talk about makeup, skincare, hair care, and at times fashion, lifestyle, and travels. So if you enjoy this video and find it helpful, give this a big thumb up. It does help my channel out. And without further ado, let's dive in. For this Valentine's Day, which was last week, we went to Key Largo Bungalows in Florida. And this is an all-inclusive resort that I personally never been to. This resort is considerably new and it was built like 2018. It does feel brand new. Everything is just spotless. At times, it literally felt like you were on some type of movie set because everything is just so brand new. Me and my boyfriend didn't really have anything planned for this Valentine's Day because we just had family members visiting us for like entire month and they literally just left like past weekend. So we didn't have anything planned for ourselves for Valentine's Day. And then literally on Valentine's Day, he told me to pack my bags, my swimsuits, and we're going away till Sunday. So I had no idea where we're going. We live in Central Florida and we've traveled in Florida quite a bit, like the major cities like West Coast, East Coast, south of Florida like Miami. However, I've never been past that point. And so it was definitely the first experience driving that far through Florida. So of course we were super excited to spend some time together because it was supposed to be like our romantic getaway. So Bungalows is an all-inclusive, adults-only resort. So you have to be 21 plus to be there. So there's technically no hotel building. When you get to the territory, there are little homes. They are called bungalows. There are individual little homes where pretty much looks like your own individual apartment. I believe that there are only 125 bungalows, and I think 25 of them are meant for like 4 people, but the rest of them are for 2 people only, for couples only. The feel of the entire resort is very intimate because they're couples only. It just feels very romantic and private. So I will show you the tour of our bungalow and also all the amenities just later on in the video. So as soon as you arrive, you get to this secluded front area of the resort. There is a huge gate that you cannot see through. So it's just this arrival yard in a way. The arrival process was pretty straightforward and pretty common, like in any other resort hotel. You would arrive, somebody would meet you in the front, take your car, take your luggage, and then you would go inside the building for registration. So as soon as you're done with the registration, then you walk out of the door. Then there's this gentleman who met us outside in this larger golf cart and he took all our luggage. We sat at the cart and he gave us a tour of the entire resort, just driving us around and telling us about everything, where everything is and how it operates. And quite honest, it was very personal and it was pretty helpful to get a overview tour, just kind of get a feel of the resort right away at the arrival. That gentleman took us directly to our bungalow and gave us also the tour of our bungalow. So the bungalow looked like a little cutest, coziest little home, and you got a cute little porch with 2 chairs that you could sit down and have your coffee in the morning. The bungalow was absolutely beautiful, very cozy, not too small, not too big. Then your coffee machines, your fridge, microwave, everything was in the room. Every bungalow would also have an outdoor space that was secluded and closed off. There you have like another table, another sitting area to relax, and then you also have an outdoor shower and a bathtub. So the bungalow itself was absolutely beautiful. Everything was comfortable, well put together. Like all your essentials were there because it is an all-inclusive resort. So everything was restocked, like your fridge essentials, your coffee station was restocked and clean every single day for you. So you can always call the front desk and then request any additional items if you ran out. You would also have all your shower and bath necessities, get slippers, your robes, shampoos, body showers, things like that. And then they also included the little basket that would have bath salts and bubble bath, which I thought it was absolutely adorable if you wanted to have a bath outside. So we got to meet a lot of different people while we were there, and then majority of people come there for either honeymoon, their anniversary. So it's just something has to do with like sentimental, a relationship, a romantic getaways for couples. So there's another thing that I thought it was absolutely adorable. That is a big thing of the resort, is that every single bungalow and just the entire territory has bikes for you to move around. You can definitely walk. The territory is really not that big. So every single area, wherever you would go to, would have this like parking areas, parking spots for your bicycles. And you're not assigned to a particular bike. You can just take whatever bike is there and just take it and go. So every single bungalow would also have two parking spots for your bicycles. And now let me tell you a little bit more about the resort amenities, which I will go into detail about each of them. One thing that I wanted to mention, I should have mentioned in the beginning, that whenever you do your reservation, you can either do it online or you can call. But my boyfriend told me that he called to make a reservation, and that the lady on the phone, the representative, she helped him to schedule everything over the phone. Every single dinner was scheduled, and the spa visit was scheduled, and like all these boat rides if you wanted to see sunsets. So everything that we did primarily was scheduled initially at the booking time, which I think it was very, very convenient. We went to the spa on a second date after we arrived. So for us to drive from Central Florida to Key Largo was about 8 hours, because we also drove an electric car. If you do drive an electric car, they do have chargers on the premises, like inside of the resort, which is super convenient, and then there's no extra fees for charging your vehicle. Because my body was a little bit tired after driving for so many hours, so the massage and that relaxation and the warm pool was just much needed. And I enjoyed it so much. I regularly get massages for my body because my body just gets into pain really easily, I guess from my like work ergonomics and such. But that massage therapist, both for me and my boyfriend, we did a couples massage, and my boyfriend's usually not the person who gets massages. He's just kind of like not that much into that thing. He told me that he really liked his massage therapist, and she was excellent. And I also very enjoyed a mind massage. Highly recommend, even though it was an elective add-on to our stay there, but it was so well worth it, and we had a fabulous time because we were so relaxed. We thought we would go and hang out in the Zen pool because it was just so nice and heated and very quiet. They play meditation, like spa music by that pool. So there are 3 restaurants on the property. There is more of like a steakhouse place, a seafood restaurant, and there is a Mexican restaurant. Restaurants would work certain hours. Some of their restaurants would be only open for like lunch and dinner. One restaurant would be only open for dinner. So there are different variations of the times. So you basically have always somewhere to go and eat. Most of the times there are at least 2 places open at the same time, so you do have a choice where you would want to go and eat. Reservations for dinner, they are required, while everything else, a breakfast or lunch, you can just walk in. The food was really good. We were never hungry, and I think it was quite the opposite. There was a lot of different food, the variety of food, there was never a lack of it. You would also get, of course, any alcohol of your choice. In every single restaurant, just the way that whole entire recreational area is designed, everything is overlooking the water on one side. So wherever you are, in whichever restaurant you are or bar or whatever, so you would always see the water in front of you, and the views are beautiful. So when it comes to recreational things, in between eating, you definitely would have a lot of time to enjoy yourself and doing like outdoorsy things. And there are definitely water activities that you could do. But one thing that I wanted to mention is that there is no actual beach on the resort. You would get different cabanas, you would have like sunbeds, you would have hammocks, like all these different places that you can just rest and even take a nap if you wanted to, but you would not have an actual beach. And when it comes to recreational things, there were some things that were included in your hotel stay, like your snorkeling equipment, your kayaks. Then if you wanted to watch a sunset, they had catamarans going out in the water and just watch a beautiful sunset. We live in Central Florida, and Florida, as you know, is flat as a pancake, and we usually do not see any sunsets here or any sunrises. So we so much enjoyed going on the water and watching the sunsets, and it was just so beautiful, so romantic, and the water is super clean and you can see through it like literally to the bottom. The fun part is that there are manatees in that area, and they are absolutely adorable. So we went kayaking and we saw a few of them. If you wanted to do kayaking or paddleboarding, you could do a reservation. That is kind of optional, but I really didn't think it was necessary. You could just always come up to that area and then it would always have kayaks and paddleboards ready to go. That I love doing yoga. I've been doing yoga for probably a year and a half at least now. There was a gym, like I mentioned, on the territory, which was a very well organized, and it was in a very good condition. It's not like one of those gyms that are like dysfunctional. They had Peloton bikes included that you could just like jump on one and do like a really cool spinning workout. I personally enjoyed yoga classes. They had them a few times a day, but I really enjoyed my morning ones. It was like in the shadow, under the palm trees, on the sand, facing this beautiful water. They had enough yoga mats and towels and water bottles and all the essentials. Basically, you really had nothing to worry about. You just needed to show up. For me, it really felt like we were somewhere else, like in a tropical vacation somewhere like in South America. It really just felt like we were not back at home in Florida, because the vibe of the place, it's just so relaxing, so tropical. The fashion overall, I would say throughout the day is kind of laid back. However, I would say it's kind of like put together because the entire territory is covered with sand. Some areas, there are more like pressed sand, so it's a little bit more flat and less messy, but then there are some areas that are very, very sandy and like a soft sand. There's something more of like a wedge sandal or flat sandals, flip-flops, things like that. So when we went to dinners, I still wanted to look cute, and I really had some like dresses and outfits that I wanted to wear high heels with, and I actually did. And believe me when I said I was on the bike with the 6-inch heels, okay? But it was quite an experience. I've never done that before, but that was pretty fun and we had a good laugh about it. When you go to a Mexican restaurant, is fully on the beach, and I still wore my high heels and I was perfectly fine. I just had to tiptoe to my table. So I made it through. It was fun. And then there were other women who were wearing high heels and it was perfectly fine. So it's kind of like up to you what you want to do. It's just something to consider, that primarily the areas are sandy. Definitely bring your sunscreen, definitely bring your heads and like a flowy cover up, some type of like a button down, like a cotton linen shirt would be awesome there. One thing that I've really wanted to recommend you think about ahead of time is the water shoes. Like I said, there's no beach when you go to do your water activities like kayaking and such. It's kind of like a raw entry. When you go to do your water activities, those come in very, very handy. Or if you're traveling like in the spring and summer and the fall, there are a lot of bugs, so bug spray would be essential. And again, if you forget all that, if you forgot your swimming suit or hat or a beach bag or any of those like beach essentials, they have a retail store that's by the spa that would sell all those things just in case you forgot something at home. Overall, our experience was very romantic, very relaxing. I'm not gonna lie, it was very expensive, but the service was, to my opinion, very good, if not exceptional. In certain areas, it was really exceptional. It was totally worth going. So if you were looking to spend some quality time with your loved one and spend some romantic and relaxing time and being just disconnected from the world for a few days, then this is a really, really beautiful place to go and visit. And we enjoyed ourselves to a very last second. So this sums up on my video today. I hope you found it helpful and interesting, and I hope we answered all your questions if you were thinking to travel there. So if you have additional questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Also, if you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, give this video a big thumb up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me today, and I will see you in my next videos. Bye.